How can they treat them better than they treated me? Why do they look happier? Was I the problem? Did they change for them? You see them with someone new and suddenly it feels like everything that you went through never mattered. And the worst part is it looks like they're doing everything for them that they wouldn't do for you. So that is today's topic. And in this, we'll start with what happened to you and then the reality of what's really happening that you don't see. So Deanna King, for those who don't know me, and this channel is all talk narcissism and codependency. So with that said, let's begin. Maybe you got into a fight the night before and the next day you'll come home from work only to find all of their belongings gone. No closure, no clue as to what happened. You search frantically for some kind of a letter and email, but nothing. Or you did break up with them, maybe even partially because you'd hope that this would be a wake-up call for them, that they would take your decision seriously and come running back begging with promises to change. You might have done this in a desperate attempt to be seen, to be shown that you're valued, that you matter. But in this, they moved on quickly, really quickly. You didn't even see it coming. What happened? Did they change? Were they better for them? Why couldn't they do that with me? Why wasn't I enough? And you really do question if it was you. Did you complain too often? Did you go overboard with trying to stand your ground? It's a lot of questions, a lot of confusion. They seem really happy. You see all the social media posts. It really hurts. But here's the thing. Every relationship has a beginning. Beginnings are easy. Beginnings are hopeful. Beginnings, they don't carry history yet. What you saw and experienced, they haven't seen or experienced as of yet. This is where the wisdom comes in. You experience the full arc, the cracks, the inconsistencies, and the emotional cost. You saw how conflict was handled. You saw how accountability showed up or didn't. You saw what happened when things weren't easy. The new person has not reached that stage yet. This new person is in chapter 1. You were there for the whole book. But I get it. It feels personal. It hurts because you invested, you tried, you hoped, you wanted it to work. That's what makes the new supply sting. It's not envy, it's grief. Social media is curated. Early relationships are performative. People often try harder after breakups. Patterns don't disappear just because the partner changed. Regardless, for you, you're still left in pieces, both shocked and hurting. The investment into this relationship, the sleepless nights, the days upon days of trying to resolve issues, the times that you spent seeking counselors, trying to fix you, the special things you did for them to ensure that they would feel loved and seen, even though you weren't. All the hope that you had with their future faking. As soon as things settle, we'll look into the new kitchen. We're due for a vacation soon. We should go to couples therapy. All these words that were never promises at all, but a bunch of words put together that sounded as though the future held hope. Future faking, aka manipulation, aka to shut you up. But now you wake up to the fact that this therapy, it's never going to happen. So that hope is gone. The hope that you had that something could work. If only you could get away together and see things in a new and fresh perspective that would help the relationship. And that old kitchen that you're sitting in is for sure never going to happen now. So all hope feels lost. And I am so sorry that you're going through this. I really am. I know how painful that is and how lost you must feel right now. But let's stop and remember what you've learned about narcissism so that you can get a clearer perspective as to what's really happening here. The stages. The first one is love bombing. Remember that? How they just couldn't get enough of you. They are mirroring again. In the beginning, it felt like magic, didn't it? They just couldn't get enough of you. Every story you told was just fascinating. Every dream you shared was exactly what they'd always wanted also. You liked hiking? So did they. You loved that obscure band? Oh my goodness, that was their favorite. You wanted something real? They've never wanted anything more. That's mirroring inside love bombing. Here's how it really works. When someone mirrors during love bombing, they're not just agreeing with you, they are studying you. It isn't love. They're scanning for your values, your wounds, your longings, your unmet needs. And when they reflect them back to you like a perfect emotional echo, it is manipulation. It is supply that they're looking for, not closeness. It's what can you give me and how can I get you to give it to me? They're looking to be worshipped. And of course, it feels like connection. They're master manipulators. But what's actually happening in this is they're becoming whoever that you would fall in love with, you or the new supply. If you value depth, suddenly they're deep. If you value spirituality, they're suddenly spiritual. If you've been hurt before, they position themselves as your safe space. If you felt unseen, they look at you like you're the only person in the room. It's intoxicating because it bypasses the normal pacing of intimacy. Real connection, it unfolds gradually. With mirroring love bombing, it's accelerated. It feels fated, meant to be. That's why they move in with you right away. Where have you been all my life? It's what you see in romance movies, right? It isn't love. It's repeating. I'm repeating here, but it isn't love. They don't have it in them. They don't care about the new supply. It's all about how the supply makes them feel and makes them look. Look at me, everyone. Look at the house I'm living in. Look at the person that worships me. This new supply has no idea that any of this is taking place, just like you in the beginning. The false persona they had to make up to get the shiny car or the nice house or the successful partner is not grounded in who they really actually are, not one bit. If you could remote view the partners that they had in the past, you'd see that each partnership was a whole different personality. It's a joke. But remember how after all of that mirroring, all those shared interests that they had with you, remember how the interests disappeared and the value shifted? The depth vanished. The person who loved everything that you loved suddenly criticized everything that you loved, or was bored by it, no interest, or never really cared. This is because the mirroring wasn't about shared identity. It was about attachment. Not them to you, but you to them. It was about securing you so that you could regard them, so that you could supply money or whatever supply means for them. I mean, cooking and cleaning is supply for them also. And here's the part that's hard to accept. When they mirror during love bombing, they study what matters to you, and then they show up as the person who matches it perfectly. So it feels like you finally met someone who just gets you. You're not just falling for them, you're falling for how you feel in their presence. They create this experience where you feel seen, chosen, understood, and that feeling is what becomes addictive. That's why when the mask drops, it feels so disorienting. You're not just losing a person here, you're losing the version of reality they helped construct with you. And don't go and hate yourself for this. That is human. So now with this new supply, they're doing what they did to you to them. Not love, pure cruelty. And yes, at first they seem happy. They just got a brand new toy. But still, they are performing. They are securing control. Narcissists, they don't change. They reset. It looks better because it's new. It's not deeper. It's just earlier. This is where you dismantle the comparison wound. They learned what upset you, so they adjust optics. They perform harder after a breakup. Social media is curated. They need to prove that they are desirable. They're not happier. They are regulated by the attention that they're getting because they needed that supply. That's different than love. I know it's hard to accept even with all that I've said, but you have to remember that this is absolutely not about liking someone more. Matter of fact, a lot of narcissists, they end up regretting their decisions and often want to come back. But my advice, my strong advice is don't let them back in. That bond that you're still feeling is called a trauma bond. And I'll leave a link to a video that I have on trauma bonds that I think could be very helpful for you. I mean, understanding trauma bonds can help you see that even for you, it wasn't about love, but rather about how they got you to attach to them by using your own not good enough wounds and fear of abandonment. You never were treated badly because you lacked value, not at all. They treated you that way because the mask slipped. The new person hasn't seen behind the mask yet. And this poor, unsuspecting victim will see the same cycle that you did, the idealize, the devalue, the discard, and the hoover. And like I just mentioned, they could still repeat that cycle with you. Something that can really help every time that you find yourself missing them or longing for them and remembering the good times, aka love bombing, pull out pen and paper. Actually, you don't even have to wait. Do it whenever and however many times that you want. The more the better. But write all the crap that they pulled on you, all the times that they made you feel less than, all the times that they ruined holidays and birthdays, all the cheating for some of you, all the horrible things that they said about you. Dump it all on paper and read it and reread it. That will bring you back to reality and want them a lot less. But also take that time to value you. You've been programmed to believe that you weren't enough. So look to heal those parts of you. I have another video called The 6 Stages After Leaving a Narcissist. And that one is about what you go through. But at the half mark, I think it's halfway, towards the end anyway, it has a really important teaching on a healing technique that is invaluable for anyone who attracts people in their lives that exploit them. I'll also leave that one in the description down below. But in the meantime, shift the focus. You weren't replaced. You stepped out of a cycle. You saw behind the curtain, and now you are grieving the illusion. But it's just fear that's taken over temporarily. What you had was real on your end here. You weren't wearing a mask. And right now your nervous system is reacting to loss, and that's completely normal. The future that you imagine, the version of them from the beginning, and the illusion of who you thought they were or who you thought they could be. Grieving needs to take place here. You can't hold on to that. So let the tears flow and let the anger out. I don't mean go yell at your boss here and your friends, but allow yourself time to scream into a pillow and write nasty letters that you're, of course, never going to send, but burn them or just throw them away. Just don't keep it anymore. You've spent too much time unable to process your emotions and unable to express them. The narcissist had you lose complete sense of self, and it's time to get it back. If you were with a narcissist, that means that you're a really strong person, even though it may not feel that way right now, but it takes a strong person. It really does. So I'll leave all of this sitting with you for now. You will get through it. I know that you will. One day at a time, and sometimes one moment at a time. It's all part of the journey. So if this has resonated with you, please click on that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'd really love to hear how you're all doing. So thank you for watching. Take care, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.